This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. Welcome to the Alamogordo Tiger Baseball Stadium. Alamogordo facing off against Santa Teresa for the second consecutive day. And we were able to get over here in time for today's first pitch. The first game between Tularosa and Santa Fe ended up going long. 15-14 was the final score. Santa Fe ended up getting the victory. So your starting lineups for each side, and we'll go ahead and start with Santa Teresa. And let's see here. Try to figure out where I put it. There it goes. All right. The leadoff hitter is number 8. That is Jackson Simpson. He's playing right field. The left fielder is number 23. And that is Gavin Garcia, I believe. Let me make sure I get that right. Yeah. It is Gavin Garcia. Number 99. And the pitcher here in game number 1 for Santa Teresa is Ardon Luna. Let's see if I have my book from last night. That makes it much easier to try and read it off of here. Let's see here. The rest of the lineup goes like this. Number 16 is Josue Ramirez. He's the catcher. The DH is Sebastian Martinez. Number 7, number 13 is Juan Acosta. He plays first base. The third baseman is Jose Romo, and he hits in the number 7 spot. The number 8 spot is the second baseman, Jaden Torres. The shortstop is number 19, Matthias Hagen. And number 1, and that is Sebastian Molina, is the center fielder, and he is being hit for in the DH spot. For the Tigers, Cade Kiss leads things off, and he will be pitching today. Billy Copeland playing at second and hitting second. Brandon Williams is at third base and is hitting third. Preston Eldred playing first base and hitting cleanup. Kellen Walls the DH and hitting in the number 5 spot. Aiden McGinnis is the number 6 spot, and he is in center field. The right fielder is Jaden Ruiz, hitting 7th. Aiden Tupper is the shortstop, hitting 8th, and Ryan Macklin will hit 9th. The left fielder, Ethan Phillips, is the man being DH for it. He is playing catcher today for the Tigers. Tigers are in their gold uniforms, black numerals, white letter, or black numerals and lettering with white outline. It says Alamo across the front, white pinstripe pants. Santa Teresa in their black tops, teal numerals, and white pants today. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break and come back as the national anthem is played, and we'll be ready for first pitch right after this.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today, oterofcu.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Card Suite Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to the Tiger Baseball Stadium as Alamogordo and Santa Teresa face off again today after Santa T grabbed a 2-1 win yesterday to defeat the Alamogordo Tigers. And Alamogordo picked up their first loss of the season. 6-1 is their record now, as it has been a great start for Alamo, but at some point there would be a blemish on the record. Came close to battling back last night, but just couldn't quite get it against Santa Teresa. And so the Tigers will get back at it today and see if they can earn the split in the season series between the two teams. Cade Kiss, the starting pitcher for the Alamogordo Tigers. We already ran through the starters, but we'll be sure to do it again as we go through this first inning. And it will be Jackson Simpson to lead things off here for Santa Teresa. Again, if you're just tuning in, we've already been out of Alamogordo softball today. They picked up a win 4-1 over Los Lunas. 12 strikeouts from Chloe Lunar. She also had a couple of RBIs in the win. As Kate Kiss, the lefty. We'll see this one sent to the opposite field for a base hit, and right off, the Desert Warriors get a base runner on, and that is Jackson Simpson, the leadoff hitter that takes the very first pitch. Now it's a right field, or left field, I should say, as the lefty shoots it out that direction. Another lefty in is Gavin Garcia. Comes to the plate, as he is in left field again today. From the stretch is Kiss. No big lead from Simpson. And trying to bunt, and I think he may have made contact on it. It's a strike, and the count is 0-1. It was a foul ball. Our Don Luna, the other man, due up this inning, but already one on, so we might see Josue Ramirez, the cleanup hitter. Pick off throw to first, and he's going to dribble away, but not far enough for Simpson to make a move to second. Tigers defensive setup. Kiss is the pitcher, so that means Aiden McGinnis shifts to center. Jaden Ruiz in right. Ryan Macklin will be in left field, as he normally is. And that pitch is going to miss, I think, a little bit high. 1-1. In the infield for the Tigers, it's Preston Eldred at first, Billy Copeland at second, Brandon Williams at third, and Aiden Tupper at short. That's in there for a strike on the outer half to the lefty Garcia, 1-2. Sebastian Martinez hits fifth for the Desert Warriors. Both teams are now 6-1, and they do a pickoff throw to first. They try to go to second. They're going to get him as the runner, Simpson, tried to go, and he is going to be tagged out. And always difficult to try to steal with a left-handed pitcher. It's such a much easier pickoff move. Instead of having to spin around and throw to first, throwing to first with a lefty is much easier there. This is hit in the air to center field, and McGinnis looks like he's under it, and he's got it for out number 2. Well, a good rebound after the leadoff single surrendered. You get a runner out at second trying to steal and then get a quick pop out. And bases are empty for the number 3 hitter, Ardon Luna. Kiss into his motion. Here's the pitch. And that's down and in and misses. Juan Acosta hitting 6th for the Desert Warriors, then Jose Romo. And this one is grounded foul at the third base side. And now 1-1 to the Desert Warriors pitcher today. Jaden Torres hitting 8th, and another foul off. And Kiss has got himself ahead in the count, 1-2. And then Matthias Hagen's getting a chance to hit today. He was DH for yesterday. He had a great game defensively over at shortstop for the Desert Warriors last night. Fouled off up the first base side this run around. And we'll keep it 1-2. Coach Winrow will run out and get the baseball to Cade Kiss. I think that one might have cuffed the netting over here on the first side and bounced back down. Another 2-strike pitch here for Kiss. The lefty into his motion. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball towards second. Copeland got it cleanly. Toss on to first is in time. And the inning is over. 4-3 on the putout. And eventually down in order. A leadoff single for Santa Teresa, but their man caught stealing. And then a pop out and a ground out. Kiss, who has been very solid in all of his pitching appearances this season, gets off to a good start here this afternoon. Through a half inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard and no score, we go to the bottom of the first here on Alamo Sports Talk right after this.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today, oterofcu.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9. Bottom of the first inning, Santa Teresa and Alamogordo. Game 2 of, we'll call it a series since it's not a doubleheader. They played last night and playing today as well. Santa Teresa playing their third game in 2 days. Alamogordo's playing their third game in 3 days, and a foul tip into the glove, and that'll be a strike for Kiss. The pitcher, as we mentioned, is Ardon Luna. And just as last night, his battery, or the catcher, Josue Ramirez. And that'll be in the dirt. And the count is 1-1. Rest the defensive setup for Santa Teresa. And if I say Los Lunas throughout the game, I mean Santa Teresa. Just got done doing the Alamogordo softball game where they played Los Lunas. If I do that, I'm sorry. Usually don't have two different teams and two different games in the same day. That one will miss inside, maybe a little bit low. Infield for Los Lunas. Jaden Torres at second base. First base is Juan Acosta. Jose Romo at third. As Kissel watched that one in the dirt, it's 3-1 now. Shortstop is Matthias Hagen. Outfield is Gavin Garcia in left. Center fielder is Sebastian Molina. And right fielder is Jackson Simpson today. 3-1 here to Cade Kiss. Billy Copeland in the on-deck circle. Tigers lineup is pretty much what it has been, at least through the top 6 all season. Check swing, and that's a called strike, 3-2. So that means Billy Copeland hitting second, Brandon Williams third, Preston Eldred in the cleanup spot, Kellen Wall hitting fifth, Aiden McGinnis hitting sixth. Bottom of the order has bounced around a little bit this season. And fouled off and just getting a piece of it, deflected off the catcher's mask to the backstop, and we'll do another 3-2 count here. So this time it'll be Jaden Ruiz hitting seventh, and then Aiden Tumper to eighth, and Ryan Macklin will be hitting ninth in the lineup this afternoon. Getting some sunshine now. It's been chilly and windy, and that's down and in, and Kiss will draw a walk. And it was actually snowing for just, I'd say 5 minutes. Nothing stuck a little earlier, but cold enough to do it. That's all that really matters, right? I will say I'm a little bit warmer here at the baseball stadium because it's we're a little bit more protected inside the press box here, or I am at least. Down and away for Billy Copeland. Counts 1-0. And that's a fastball that called a strike, 1-1. Kiss with a pretty decent lead away from first. Does not go. Called strike. And that's on the outside corner. And the count is 1-2. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and Copeland strikes out. One down. So Luna grabs his first out, and it is a strikeout here in the bottom of the first, and it'll bring up Brandon Williams now. And we're going to have kind of runs of bright sunshine and then clouds and something in between, I think. That could be a little challenging for the fielders today. And I would say, let's say the hitters. I think for pitchers it might be a bit of advantage. And a pickoff throw to first. And the first baseman held the tag there while Kiss was getting up. Acosta's over at first again this afternoon. Another pickoff throw to first, and again, back in was Kiss. That's in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1. Pitch a little bit high. Runner goes. And they're going to be able to get Kiss. That was not a particularly great break for Cade because the throw wasn't spectacular from Ramirez as it was in front of the bag there. But, Kiss was out by a pretty healthy margin there. So it's 2 down and 1-1 to count at the plate. That's a called strike, and it's now 1-2. So both teams get a base runner on to begin the game, and both teams have them tagged out trying to steal. 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. Eldred awaits in the on-deck circle if Williams can reach. Outside it misses, 3-2. And a good contingent of Santa Teresa fans have made the trip from the other side of the San Andreas Mountains, Oregon Mountains, whichever. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. And the first baseman for Santa Teresa took a tumble. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, he's a little worse for wear after that. I think they were trying to throw it out to the first because I don't know if he's throwing out there to get the strikeout. I think he was just running back in after the strikeout and fell down. I don't know. Anyhow, through one complete on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and we have no score after Luna grabs his second strikeout. And we'll return here to Tiger Stadium after this. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Card Suite Life provides 24/7 control right at your fingertips. This is AJ with First National Bank. Fraud prevention is priceless. Safeguard your card. Download the free app for a simple, secure way to manage your debit card activity.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Jose Ramirez will lead things off for the Desert Warriors as we begin the top of the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 in the order due up for the Desert Warriors, and first pitch in there for a strike. And that'll be in the dirt, and the count is 1-1. The pitch from Kiss. And this is hitting the air out to left field and coming on. And did Macklin make the grab? He did not. It's going to get behind. And the runner will advance to second. Tried to make a diving play on it and couldn't get to it or keep it in front of him. And so that's a double for Ramirez. And so the Desert Warriors get a leadoff hit for the second straight inning. And Sebastian Martinez, the DH, will come to the plate. No courtesy runner for the catcher as Martinez settles into the box. That first pitch is in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Yes, with the look back to second. And foul tip that will get to the backstop. It's 0-2. Cade was a little lucky to not get a balk there. He kind of twitched a little bit as he, I don't know if that was him coming set or one of those that, if you kind of fake out the runner or the hitter and get you for a balk there. A little surprised that. Yeah, because he doesn't do it there. High and outside, it misses 1-2. Desert Warriors with a hit in the first inning, but that man was out at second on a steal attempt. And a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Kiss is going to go to third, and he will get the tag out there as Ramirez is out. And so fielder's choice. 1-5, and so they take the runner in scoring position out of the mix. That was a quick reaction there from Kiss. And made a good throw over to third and got the runner. So still a runner on here, but he's on first now is Martinez. And it brings up Juan Acosta, the lefty. And here's a ground ball, and this could be two. Now a little bit of trouble there at second, but they do get it on to first. I think they got him. They did. Tupper did not have a clean grab out of the glove after he fielded it, but that was a nice turn from Billy Copeland at second, and they get the 6-4-3 double play, and the Tigers are out of the inning just that quickly. A leadoff double, but a ground out and a throw to third gets that man out, and then it's a double play, and we're already through an inning and a half on the Richardson Motor scoreboard with no score. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Preston Eldred will lead things off for the Alamogordo Tigers, bottom of the second. And we have no score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And one of the coaches for San Teresa is, I believe, helping out Josue Ramirez with some of his equipment here. And now we're ready to go. So Eldred comes up for the first time. Tigers did get a walk, but had a man caught stealing, so eventually went down in order, or only sent up 3 guys to the plate. So cleanup spot, and it will be in the dirts, 1-0. Have some, I don't know if I want to call them flurries or whatever, but some type of precipitation falling as it was a little bit earlier. I think it's kind of a mix of rain in that. And this is hit in the air to right center field. It's going to hang up in the air, though, and the right fielder Simpson's going to get there. Some good contact there from Eldred, but just got underneath it a bit too much. And there's one down. Kellen Wall will come to the plate. His first at-bat here against Luna. Okay, we got off to a little bit of a late start because the first game of this Alamogordo round robin ran about 2.5 hours. Wall shoots this back up the middle, and it does get past the shortstop. Just lands in the grass on the outfield beyond second base, and a single for Wall. And the first hit of the day for Alamogordo as Aiden McGinnis will come to the plate. And McGinnis steps in. Hitting from the right-hand side. Wall with a pretty good lead away from first here. See if Luna takes a check over. He does not. Runner does not go. It's a ground ball towards second. They are going to get the runner at second. And then okay, I think on the transfer from the glove, I couldn't tell what happened there initially. I didn't know if the slide broke it up because it didn't seem like there was much there, but I think when he went to go and move it from his glove to his throwing hand, he lost it. So fielder's choice it goes. That could have certainly been a double play ball. 4-6, 2 down. And I'll bring up Jaden Ruiz. Ruiz shows bunt, brings it back. It's going to be a called strike anyway. And the count is 0-1. McGinnis with a decent lead away from first. And Ruiz will bunt, but it's right back to the pitcher. Easy play for Luna. Tosses on to first, and the inning is over. So the Tigers do get a single, but a couple of groundouts, and we're through 2 innings very quickly here at Tiger Stadium. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, we have no score between the Tigers and the Desert Warriors. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today, oterofcu.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, top of 3 as Cade Kiss, first pitch in there for a strike to Jose Romo. He has faced the minimum so far, has Kiss. Has given up 2 hits, a single and a double, but thanks to a double play and a man caught stealing, only 6 batters up so far for Santa Teresa. The 0-1 misses, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss. Went after one in the dirt. Did Romo, I should say. And the count is 1-2. Well, we'll say thankfully the wind is not as strong today as it was the last 2 days, or it would be exceptionally uncomfortable out there today. And they call a foul ball on that? Huh. No, I don't think so. It's a ball. 2-2. Ground ball over towards third. Williams got it cleanly. Toss on to first. In time. Good stretch there from Eldred. And the Tigers get the routine 5-3 put out. And it'll bring up Jaden Torres now. Torres played at the DH yesterday, hit the number 9 spot, moves up 1 position. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss from Torres, and it's 0-1. Kiss will miss high on the 0-1. It's 1-1 now. Top of the 3rd inning if you're just tuning in. And actually somebody had put up a run-up on the board for Santa Teresa. Just a mistake. It's fixed now. Low, it misses. 2-1. 2-1. Neither team able to string any hits together in this game so far. And that's a curveball that, well, I'm not really sure where that one missed, to be honest. I guess inside. Three and one. This is hit high in the air and should stay in play. Eldred is after it at first, and he's got it. In foul territory, he makes the grab in front of the Alamogordo dugout. And there is 2 down. I guess with the cloud cover today, I'm able to see the baseball a little bit better. Usually when I'm here, it's the netting, and maybe it's the nighttime games. I don't know. But, man, I have a hard time picking up the baseball a lot of the time here. And that is in there for a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1 to Matthias Hagen, who said was very, very good defensively. Actually, he didn't get a chance to hit. He was DH for. And he puts that one in the air over towards second. Underneath it is Copeland. He's got the grab. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Desert Warriors here in the top of the 3rd as Cade Kiss continues to have faced the minimum through 3 innings. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Alamogordo will get another try as you're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Card Sweet Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9, bottom of 3, and we are scoreless. And Aiden Tupper will get his first swings of the day. The number 8 hitter for the Tigers, 8, 9, and 1 in the order, as first pitch in there for a strike from Arda Luna, who has given up just 1 hit and 2 base runners. The 0-1. And that's a breaking ball. That time misses. I believe outside, 1-1. Tupper picked up a big hit on Thursday, I think it was, against Deming. And that pitch will be in there for a strike. 1-2. And here comes the pitch. Low and outside, 2-2. Macklin and Kiss, the other hitters, due up here in the bottom of the third for Alamogordo. As here comes the 2-2. Fouled off, and Macklin stays alive. Now the Tigers, after a long homestand here, 7 consecutive home games for Alamogordo. No, 8. They played that doubleheader. They will finally hit the road next week. 2-2. Fouled off and back to the screen. Tigers will, go to the Artesia tournament. There is an Artesia baseball and softball tournament happening next week, so both Alamogordo teams will be in Artesia next week. 2-2. Ground ball and snagged at third out, but not going to be able to make a throw. That was going to be difficult even if he pulled it out of the glove cleanly to the third baseman, Romo. I'm going to give an infield single to Tupper because that was well done by Romo to just get to that. Got it in his glove behind the bag at third by a couple of steps. And tell you what, man, if he had been able to stop and make that throw to first, that would have been one of the better high school third base plays I've seen in a while. Pretty big lead here from Tupper to begin. Time called. And not sure if that was Macklin or the catcher who called time. I bet we see a check over to first. Not start. Macklin will get a piece of this, but send it foul at the first base side, 0-1. So second hit of the day for Alamogordo. And their second leadoff man in inning on. As Luna from the belt, runner goes. And this is hit in the air to right field. And that's going to get down. And a little bit of trouble out in right field. So this is going to allow Macklin to get to second. And so the hit and run works great there. And it's second and third. Double for Macklin. Tupper over to third. There's nobody out. And the Tigers get to the top of the order here with nobody out. So your 8 and 9 hitters come up with 2 big hits. Macklin shoots snap the opposite field. And I got to say, both Tupper and Macklin have struggled to get the bats going here early in the season. But as of recent, starting to get a little bit confidence at the plate. And have put their team in a great position here. They moved the infield in And fouled off Mac's screen. I don't know why I'm acting surprised. There's no double play, so might as well. If you get a ground ball, you can go home. The nice thing for the runners is they can stand pat. They don't have to go on contact if that's what happens. See if Kiss can come through here and get Alamogordo on the board early. And is hit in the air but foul, and so he's behind 0-2. Out of play on the third base side. 2 on and nobody out for Alamogordo in the bottom of the third inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and we have no score so far, but best opportunity for either team happening right here. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Kiss strikes out. So Billy Copeland will come to the plate now, still with runners on second and third, and still can, if he can hit a deep fly ball here, could bring a run in. And you do have some big holes if it's a sharply hit ground ball. Because the fielders are playing in, you might be able to sneak that through. And that could score 2 runs. Bright sunshine now. Time going to be called after Luna had taken a bit of time. And then I got to think the bright sunshine certainly got to give you a little bit of a pause for a second as a hitter. You got to adjust. And that's in there for a strike. Hits the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Luna trying to work out of his real first bit of trouble in this game. 2 runners in scoring position for Alamogordo after a single and a double. Swing and a miss from Copeland, and it's 0-2. Some good work here from Luna after giving up the 2 hits. 3 pitches to strike out Kiss, and has got the Tiger number 2 hitter down 0-2. And he strikes him out. So it's 2 down. And that'll lead it to Brandon Williams, who's going to need to have a base hit to bring that runner in. Still a possibility of a wild pitch here if that happens. I feel like I've seen a lot of wild pitches score runs so far this season for the Tigers. But I got to say, Ramirez, just from what I saw yesterday and today, is a really good catcher. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you're a really good catcher. It just happens. Oh, and he has one just dribble away. But no way for the runner to advance. And Williams gets ahead in the count here, 1-0. That hasn't happened with the last 2 hitters. Luna's worked from a position of advantage, getting ahead in the count. 6 straight pitches, he struck out 2 hitters. But behind here to Williams, 1-0. Second and third. Fouled off and back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Also, the infield has moved back to normal depth. They can obviously just focus on the man at the plate. Don't have to try to defend against the run scoring. Here is the 1-1. That is going to miss. And I think the umpire pointed down, so saying that missed low. 2-1. And the pitch. Called strike, 2-2. Yeah, just the last one felt like that might have been a strike. That one looked like it was a little bit high. Luna going to step back. As again, we get another cloud moving away and the sun coming out brightly. 2-2. That breaking ball is going to miss high. 3-2. I wish every umpire would point where he said it, where he felt like it missed. That would help me considerably. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's clear. So, and this one fouled off, and Williams keeps the 3-2 alive. Tigers trying to avoid leaving 2 runners on in scoring position here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As the Alamogordo 3-hitter trying to come through with a full count and 2 out and 2 on. Luna into his motion. Here's the pitch. And that is going to miss outside, and he draws the walk. And so Preston Eldred As I've mentioned in a number of broadcasts this year, has probably been Alamogordo's most consistent hitter. And the guy that you want in your number 4 spot in the lineup. And he's going to need a hit in order to get the Tigers some runs in. Eldred watches that one miss high. Well, I take that back now. If he can draw a walk, you can bring a run in as well now with the bases loaded. Luna working out of his full motion. And here comes the pitch. And a ground ball, foul up the third base line. We'll do it again, 1-1. I always find it interesting where pitchers like to work from on the pitching rubber. So like Luna, he just has his right foot on the far left side, or his left side of the pitching rubber. I'm sure a lot of it is about angles and whatever is comfortable for them. The 1-1. And that is going to get away from the catcher off his glove, and the run will score. And that'll be a pass ball that brings a run in. So the Tigers get on top. It'll be 2-1 to Eldred, and still a pair of runners in scoring position. That was not a wild. It did come inside. I don't know if that was a case of where the catcher had set up and having to get over there and get to it, but it wasn't a particularly wild pitch there. The 2-1 to Eldred. And gets a piece of it, but back to the screen. And it's now 2-2 to the Tigers' cleanup hitter. Single, double, walk, put the runners on in this inning for the Tigers, and then a pass ball brings a run in. And it's 1-0 Tigers in the bottom of the third. Two and two. And that breaking ball will miss outside. Eldred watches that all the way into the catcher's glove, and it's 3-2 now. Here comes the pitch. Down and in. And Eldred draws another walk, so it's back-to-back walks for and Kellen Wall, who has one of 3 Alamogordo hits in the game, comes to the plate. And if Preston has been the most consistent hitter for the Tigers, Kellen's right on his heels. As the catcher Ramirez goes out and talks to his pitcher, Luna. And still a key moment here for Alamogordo with the bases loaded and 2 out, and they want to try to put a crooked number up there on the scoreboard if they can. As the righty Luna's into his motion, Wall will swing and miss at the first, and it's 0-1. Kellen sent the first pitch he saw in his last at-bat up the middle for a base hit. Kellen with a big deep breath and settles in. Now miss high and outside, and the count evens at 1-1 on the Tiger lefty. Eldred at first, Williams at second, Macklin at third for Alamogordo right now. 1-1. Swings and misses on one that was probably a bit outside. 1-2. Wall will readjust his batting gloves, step back in. And Luna heading the count 1-2. High and outside. Wall lays off, 2-2. 1-0 Tigers on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. If you're just tuning in, bottom of the third inning. Been pretty routine over the first 2.5 innings. Tigers, the best chance for either side so far. 2-2. And this is hit in the air to right field. It will go all the way out to the wall. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, 3 runs will score. Wall will hold up at second base. It is a bases clearing double for Kellen Wall as he takes it all the way out to the gap in right center field. 3 RBIs for the Tiger senior. And Alamogordo has broken this game open 4-0. And that will bring a visit from the dugout from one of the Santa Teresa coaches. And I guess the question is this going to lead to a pitching change or just a discussion with his starter? 2 walks and now 3 hits in the inning and 2 extra base hits. And for a team that really struggled hitting the baseball yesterday, the Tigers have found their stroke again today with now 4 hits. So Kellen Wall with the big 3 RBI double. And they'll bring up Aiden McGinnis now, who grounded into his fielder's choice. This isn't necessarily over yet here. If McGinnis can come up with a base hit, Wall's got good speed. And pitch is going to miss outside to McGinnis, 1-0. Luna comes set. Here's the pitch. Fouled off and out of play. Well, bright sunshine is definitely making it much more comfortable out here, getting a little bit warmer. And it's really turned into a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in the basin. No wind now. The flag is just, at least here, is just still over here to our left. And this is hit in the air to right center field. Oh, and the second baseman falls down, and it is going to fall. And they are going to get the runner out at second. He tried to get second because there was nobody covering the bag, but Wall did cross the plate before the tag out happened. I'm going to give an RBI single there to McGinnis. I don't know if the second baseman would have got that if he had kept his feet. In all honesty, none of the other fielders would as well. But the Tigers plate 5 here in the inning and do not waste that bases loaded opportunity. Kellen Wall with the 3 RBI double. And now Cade Kiss will come back out on the mound with a nice advantage here, 5-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All others subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
A leadoff double out to right center field for Jackson Simpson. And the Desert Warriors get exactly what they need to try to answer back. After giving up 5 runs in the bottom of the third, it is 5-0 Santa Teresa. And they go to the top of the fourth. And now a runner on second sent the 0-1 pitch out to right center field. And then a breaking ball will miss in the dirt here to Gavin Garcia. 1-0 to him. He popped out to center field his first time up. You always want that shutdown inning after a big inning. And that breaking ball stays high this time, 2-0. It's funny how that always works, though. You know, a team comes up with a big inning, and the other side, somebody manages to answer. It's One of the fun things about baseball and softball. Swing and a miss. Over the top of that one, 2-1. Cade Kiss continuing on the mound for the Tigers. Is set from the belt. And this is a pop-up that will get into the netting above the stands. 2-2. Able to kind of tie him up there inside on that pitch. After giving up the leadoff double, strikeout would be huge here for Kiss. 2-2. Just missed. Good pitch. I think it was a tad high. 3-2. And Kiss wants a new baseball. Not sure what he didn't like about that one, but he says, give me a new one. Like how the umpire usually just puts it right back in his bag. 3-2. Ground ball to first. Eldred's got it cleanly. There'll be no play at third, so the runner does advance. But with a 5-run lead, you can be a little more discerning about what you're choosing to do on a defensive play like that. Even if a run does come across, if another ground out here, I think you'll be okay with that if you're the Tigers, if you can limit the base runners on. Luna comes up now. Grounded out to second his first time up. Showing bunts, and he will. They're going to come home with it. They try to squeeze play, and that did not work. So they tried to catch, I guess you could say they tried to catch the Tigers unaware, but that's one I think if you're the third base coach, you've got to try to keep that runner at third. If the bunt is right back to the pitcher like that, that was too easy. So 1-2, fielder's choice. And Simpson is out, and now it's a runner on first with 2 down. And Josue Ramirez, who has doubled today. I'm kind of surprised you take your number 3 hitter and have him bunt there. Curveball down and in. However, some teams, they will bunt with anybody at any point in the lineup, especially if they're good at it, they're proficient at it, And you're putting the ball in play, you're forcing the defense to do something. Fastball missed a little bit high. Phillips was very quickly out of his stance, but did not make a throw over to first base. Kiss set. Here's the pitch. Outside it misses, and again, Phillips ready to make a throw to first, but does not do it. And so 3-0 the count. So Kiss out of the stretch works more from his right side of the pitching rubber. That's a fastball. Good movement on it. In there for a strike. 3-1. Swing and a miss, and he's taking it back to a full count, 3-2. Good work here from Cade Kiss. Runner will get a head start here with 2 outs and a full count. Kiss set. Here's the pitch. And this is hit in the air and should be playable for, somebody hopefully. It is the center fielder McGinnis who gets to it. Initially, it looked like the shortstop Tupper was calling him off, but relatively routine, and the Tigers don't make a meal out of that. And it is now a 5-0 lead through 3.5 innings to the bottom of the 4th as the Tigers will try to add to that advantage. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Here are a few tips on how to stay vigilant and protect yourself from fraud. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Monitor your accounts. Use strong passwords. Be skeptical of unsolicited emails and messages. Don't deposit checks received in the mail from unknown sources. Use anti-malware software and educate yourself. Stay informed about common fraud schemes and tactics used by scammers. If you suspect fraudulent activity, report it to your financial institution and the appropriate authorities immediately. Stay alert, stay safe.
Member FDIC.
SUV.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Almost Sports to Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Tigers will send up Jaden Ruiz, the only man not to hit in that big 5-run inning for Alamogordo in the bottom of the third. And he'll ground one foul at the third base side. Tigers sent 8 up. They ended up leaving nobody on base. That is the kind of inning you love. If you get 5 runs and you don't leave anybody on. It was close to where the Tigers weren't going to have that kind of success there a couple of times as it fouled off again from Ruiz, 0-2. Because Williams, with 2 outs, had worked the count full and drew a walk. Elder drew a walk on a full count as well. And then that led to Wall, who had actually fallen behind in the count as well. He was, I think he had fallen behind 0-2 and drew it back to 2-2. As the 1-2 misses, or 0-2 misses outside to Ruiz, 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and Ruiz is down on strikes. That is strikeout number 5 for our Don Luna. And I'll bring up Aiden Tupper, who got things started in the last inning. The single, and he would eventually score on a pass ball. The triple, of course, scored Macklin and Macklin, Williams, and Eldred. And then a single from McGinnis scored Wall. As swing and a miss from Tupper, and it's 0-1. Now we had a 2-1 game yesterday evening. As Tupper will hit this high in the air and foul behind home plate. And it's 0-2. Get some finals today. Alamogordo softball, home opener. Beat Los Lunas today. It's 4-1. And that is a called strike 3. As Tupper watches that one on the outside corner. The Tularosa Wildcats baseball team stepped in at the last moment to fill a spot here at the Alamogordo Round Robin tournament, and unfortunately had Santa Fe on the ropes. They were up 12-5 in the 6th inning, and over the final 2 innings, saw that lead slip away and ended up losing 15-14 as the foul ball will get behind home plate here for Ryan Macklin. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did not go, and it's 1-1. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. And that's tough for the Wildcats in their first game of the season against a 5A team as well, and just couldn't quite close it out. We'll see if they can bounce back against Capitan on Tuesday. Fouled off, and we'll keep it 1-2. And then a couple of final scores from yesterday for Mescalero Apache softball, as they ended up falling to the Ruidoso JV by a final score of 20-6 and 18-7. Kind of a young group this year. 1 senior, 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and 6 8th graders. And just getting a piece of that was Macklin, so he keeps it alive here, 1-2. And we'll see how they progress this year, do the Lady Chiefs. 1-2, and Macklin sends this high in the air. Should get out of play, and it does. Yeah, we'll do another 1-2 here. 2 outs, a couple of strikeouts here for Luna. Nice bounce back for him after a tough third inning. And it was just pointing out all the pitch counts there in that last inning on what a fine line that was from being a nothing inning and a disappointment for the Tigers to, what's put them in control in this game. Swing and a miss. Good curveball there from Luna. He strikes out the side. So nice bounce back for that young man as we are through 4 complete on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's the Tigers 5, the Desert Warriors nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 1019.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Card Suite Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
First pitch in for a strike for Cade Kiss, and the second one a swing and a miss. As Sebastian Martinez leads things off for the Desert Warriors in the top of the 5th inning. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Alamogordo 5 and Santa Teresa nothing. Outside, Kiss misses on the next offering, and it's, well, I thought we were 1-2. I guess we're 2-1. Outside, it misses. Okay, it's 2-2. That's what I thought. 2-2 is the count. And a breaking ball that's going to be sent right back up the middle for a base hit. So yet again, the Desert Warriors get a leadoff hitter on. They've done that in all but 1 inning in this game, but still have not been able to pay it off with any runs yet. So to bring up Juan Acosta, who grounded into a double play his last time up. And that's a good breaking ball from Kiss as he floats that right in there, 0-1. Pick-off throw to first, and Eldred will apply the tag, but Martinez back in time. Another pick-off throw to first, and Martinez again slides back in safely. And this one is hit in the air to left center field, and that is going to get out towards the wall. It will be a sliding in double, but second and third here for Santa Teresa, as Acosta has given his team runners on second and third with nobody out. And we'll see how the Tigers handle their biggest jam of the day. Well, Tigers not moving the infield in here. They'll take an out and give up a run. And that's what they'll get here. As Copeland will throw to first. It does move the runner up to third. But if you're Alamogordo, you're okay with that. If you have the infield in there, that might have been a more difficult play for Copeland. So kind of like the decision there for the Tigers. And I think you'll do it again here if you get another ground ball with in the top of the fifth. But give the RBI to Jose Romo there. Gets with a long pause with the leg kick and then eventually throws it home. I don't think I've seen him do that before. 0-1 here to Jaden Torres, who popped out his first time up in the dirt. And one bounced around the feet of Phillips, who honestly did a good job of just standing there and not kicking the ball one direction or the other. Runner on third and one out. A deep fly ball could bring another run. A ground ball could bring in another run. And here is a ground ball, two shorts. Fielded cleanly by Tupper. Toss on to first, and well done by Eldred to tag the runner out. So they do get the out. They do get the run. And Santa Teresa, who started off single-double to begin the inning, pays off both of those. And so Matthias Hagan will come to the plate with nobody on. But the Desert Warriors have essentially cut Alamogordo's lead in half. But something to be said about not letting the inning get away from you and turn into something huge, as the pitch will be in the dirt and bounce away 1-0. You know, if you're giving up base hits left and right and you're still got nobody out and a couple runners on, a lot to be said about taking the situation and, hey, we've already put ourselves in a jam. Let's not make it worse and get a couple of ground outs, get a couple of for sure outs on those plays. 5-2 your score now on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, top of 5. And that'll get in there for a strike. 2-1. To the backstop it goes, 3-1. And it would be back to the top of the order for the Desert Warriors here. The 3-1. And that'll miss outside. And it's a 2-out walk. The Desert Warriors will keep the inning alive here. Ethan Phillips going to go out and talk to his pitcher. And Jackson Simpson, who already has 2 hits today, single and a double, will come to the plate. With an opportunity to try to keep this inning going. We're going to get a courtesy runner here. It looks like for, well, no, actually, it's just going to be a straight pinch runner. As they bring in number 10, it looks like. And that is Yeshai Sandoval. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And Simpson is redoing his batting gloves, putting his wrist cheat sheet back on. And now Cade Kiss is tying his cleat back up. So I don't know if this is a little gamesmanship here or what the deal was there. Because Cade certainly could have done that while the hitter was getting himself ready. And low and away, the pitch misses 1-0. Some of those simple little things in baseball. Actually, it happens in a lot of sports, to be honest. From the belts. And Simpson sends this foul out of play, 1-1. Both teams have had a bit more success at the plate. I will say Santa Teresa had 9 hits yesterday, so they hit the ball pretty well. Tigers had 3. Desert Warriors now with 4 hits in this game. No, 5 actually. That's a good pitch from Kiss. Took a little bit off there. And that was a changeup, 1-2. One-two misses high. Simpson does not chase, and the count goes 2-2. Trying to finish off this inning here. Desert Warriors looking to add on to what already is a 2-run inning. Single and a double, then 2 groundouts, and a walk as a runner on first with 2 down. Kiss ready to go. And pitch is called outside. I don't know about that one. I think when the catcher got his glove on it, he might have been outside, but I would say that one hit the outside corner there. And here comes the 3-2. And hit in the air to the left side of the infield, and it is going to be Tupper that calls everybody off. He's got it, and the inning is over. So Kiss, after giving up 2 hits to begin the inning, settles down nicely. Got a couple of ground outs. It did score 2 runs, but he doesn't allow a huge inning, and Alamogordo still has a 3-run advantage. And, hey, they can come up in the bottom of the 5th and try to get some of that back. They hit next. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Cade Kiss will step in and lead things off for the Tigers in the 5th. So top of the order for Alamogordo. And Kiss will swing and miss. He is 0 for 1. Walked and was caught stealing in the first. And struck out in his other at-bat. A 1 misses low. And the count evens. Luna continues on the mound for Santa Teresa. I apologize again if I've been saying Los Lunas. Just did a softball game before this. And this is hit to right center field, but should be playable out in center, and it is for Sebastian Molina. Pretty good contact there for Cade Kiss, but unfortunately right at him and got underneath it a little bit too. 1 down, and it'll bring up Billy Copeland, who has struck out a couple of times and looking to get on the right side of things here in his 3rd at-bat. Bottom of 5. A 5-2 lead for Alamogordo on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. The righty Luna will miss outside on the first offering here, and it's 1-0. Alamogordo 5, Santa Teresa 2. And watches that one in there for a called strike. Does Copeland 1-1. So the Tigers head out to the Artesia tournament next week. Swing and a miss. And those will be their final 3 non-district games because they'll have already played 8 after today. So they'll play 3 more over there. And then it'll be district. And that one will come in, and that will hit Copeland. And so Copeland draws the hit by pitch, and Brandon Williams, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, He also struck out. Get a little bit more cloud cover here. That sunshine nice for a little bit, and all of a sudden the clouds roll back. It's pretty chilly again here. And that's it there for a strike. And the count is 0-1 to Williams. The pitch. That'll miss a little bit high. Count evens at 1. Good crowd here today, by the way, between the Santa Teresa and Alamogordo fans. Saw some of the Alamogordo softball players make their way over here after their win. And that breaking ball is going to miss high and inside, 2-1. So good crowd on not necessarily the best weather day. And a swing and a miss for Williams, 2-2. And I'll say from my standpoint, it's been a genuine pleasure to be able to watch more Tiger baseball this year. They've been on the road so much, and unfortunately we don't travel for baseball and softball. And so hopefully we'll get to see a few more non-district home games for our team. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt, but runner on first, so no chance to advance there for Williams as he strikes out for the second time today. For the second out is Preston Eldred, who's 0 for 1, a walk and a run scored, and a pop-out will come to the plate. And the hits have been, the top of the order really hasn't had a lot of success. Top 4 don't have a hit today. It's been the bottom of the order for Alamogordo that's come through. Eldred swings and misses, 0-1. Wall's got 2 hits. McGinnis has got a hit. Tupper and Macklin have hit each. Hard hit and just foul. That one took a bounce to the left side of the bag on the third base line. That said, Eldred will come back behind the count now, 0-2. And for those of you listening here on Alamo Sports and Talk, we will have some college hoops coming up for you tonight as well. Both the Big 12 and the ACC championship games today. Called strike 3, and the inning is over. So 2 strikeouts for Luna in the inning, and Alamogordo does get one on with a hit by pitch. And we are through 5 completes. It is Alamogordo 5, Santa Teresa 2. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today, oterofcu.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Card Suite Life provides 24/7 control right at your fingertips. This is AJ with First National Bank. Fraud prevention is priceless. Safeguard your card. Download the free app for a simple, secure way to manage your debit card activity.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And right away, hit by pitch is Gavin Garcia. Took it in the arm. It looked like he took him in the body, but so yet again, a leadoff hitter gets on for Santa Teresa. That's been like this all day, with the exception of 1 inning. And we're in the top of the 6th. This is fought off foul by Ardon Luna. And it's 0-1. Luna's 0 for 2. Grounded out in the first and then grounded out on a bunt squeeze. I should say he grounded out. He grounded to a fielder's choice on a squeeze play attempt, which did not pay out. And this is hit to right field. Ruiz should be able to get to it. He was already playing pretty deep. So good defensive alignment there for the Tigers. And Luna, who got into it pretty well there, but is going to line out to right field. And there's one down. Josue Ramirez, who has doubled today, will come to the plate. He's also popped out to center field. And if Alamo can get a relatively routine inning here and get through the heart of the order one more time, feel pretty good about themselves going to the 7th. But one on and a runner on first. Kiss continues on the mound for Alamogordo. And the lefty goes in and misses low. And the count is 1-0. And Martinez has got a single, and those two guys in the middle of the order were the ones that got the runs going in the last inning for the Desert Warriors. Martinez and Acosta with the single double. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Phillips, though, keeps that in front of him. The runner stays where he is, and it's 1-1. The Kiss getting Ramirez to go after a pitch low. One out, 1-1 count. And the pitch. And a ground ball. And they'll get at least one here. And they'll try to throw to first. And Eldred did a good job of just keeping that in front of him. They do get the force play at second, though. So it is 6-4 on the force out. That was going to be a difficult turn for Copeland. But a hard hit ball right at short, and Tupper ate that up nicely. Tiger defense has been pretty darn solid today. We'll get a courtesy runner here for Santa Teresa as number 3. I got to tell you, these numbers on the back of the ST jerseys are not especially easy to read. And I'll try to get that young man's name here in just a second. It is 2, I believe. Yeah. Swing and a miss from number 7, Sebastian Martinez, who is 1 for 2 on the day, grounded into a fielder's choice, and has singled and scored. But behind the count now 0-1. And here's a hard hit ball towards short. Throw will go to first, and we'll get him. And the inning is over. 6-3 on the putout. A leadoff hit by pitch, but the Tigers go through the inning pretty routinely, and they'll look for some insurance in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're up 5-2 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today, oterofcu.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Kellen Wall swings and misses at the first offering to him. has had a good day today. Single double and really had the hit that broke this game open with that bases clearing double. And he'll ground this one foul up the first base side, falls behind 0-2. That came back in the third inning. All of Alamogordo's runs in that big third inning. Santa Teresa, their 2 runs came in the top of the 5th. And the Tigers just looking for a little bit of insurance maybe here, but 3 runs is a nice padding, especially for the way that Cade Kiss has been throwing the ball today. The 0-2. And that's going to miss a little bit high. The catcher, Ramirez, jumped out of his stance like he was going to get to throw the third on a strikeout, but I know the home plate umpire's been good today. He's had a solid strike zone. The 1-2. Ground ball to second. That is fielded cleanly. Toss on to first. Good run out there from Wall, but a clean play there from Torres at second. 4-3 on the putout. And there's 1 down. Aiden McGinnis, who has an RBI single, will come to the plate. Also grounded into a fielder's choice. He is 0 for 1. Has been on twice. McGinnis and Ruiz, the hitters due up this inning for the Tigers. And the first pitch from Luna, and McGinnis will foul that off of himself. And the count is 0-1. Tigers 5, Desert Warriors 2. Pitch is going to miss outside. 1-1. That time gets it over the outside corner for a called strike. 1-2. Sorry. My watch was hearing me talk and decided to do some math for me. The 1-2. Fouled off and out of play. Guess I thought I asked what 1 times 2 was. It's been a long day of softball and baseball, folks. It's been fun, though. It's been some entertaining games. The 1-2. And, he did not go. McGinnis will get a reprieve as he held up on the check swing, I guess. 2-2. He started running towards first because I think he just expected that was going to be a called strike. Or rather, it was going to be that he went around. 2-2, and here's a high pop-up, and it'll all be for nothing as long as the first baseman makes the play, and he does. Everybody was converging, and for a second there, I wasn't sure who was going to take charge there, and eventually it was the first baseman, Acosta, who gets the pop out. That one was just behind the mound, or kind of off to the right of it. So it's 2 down, and Jaden Ruiz, who has struck out and grounded out, 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the day. And we'll watch that one miss high, 1-0. So surely Cade Kiss will come on to try to close out the game in the 7th inning. And when I say come on, he'll try to finish up his complete game effort, which he already has one of those this season. Can't say enough about how solid the Tiger pitching has been that I've seen over these 8 games. You know, that they had some trouble in the second one against Roswell, but overall, it's been pretty good. Hasn't been lights out. It's 3-0's the count. But I think more than anything, keeping their teams in games. I mean, the Tigers haven't been just rolling over opponents by any means, with the exception of, I think, 1 mercy rule game. That's a called strike, and it's 3-1. But always enough to just keep your team in it. Even if you're giving up hits here or there, and they get solid defense, and they just do a lot of things well. That's going to miss, and Ruiz will draw the walk. So the Tigers do get a base runner with 2 outs, and Aiden Tupper, who's already got a single and a run scored, will step up to the plate. I always find it interesting when teenagers in 2025 are going with the Temptations as their lead song. This is Temptations, right, my girl? That's before my time. Pitch is outside, 1-0. There's kind of an eclectic mix of walk-up songs for this team. I know Ryan Macklin's got Party in the USA from Miley Cyrus. Here's a pickoff throw to first, and Ruiz will get back in quickly after a pitch, I should say. A pitch that misses low, 2-0, and Ramirez makes the throw to first. The Tigers are maybe thinking hit and run here. Runner does not go, and it's a take all the way. In there for a strike, 2-1. Runner does go. And he pitches, going to be a ball. And Ruiz using his speed as he gets to second. Just a straight steal there. This is, again, a pretty good throw from Ramirez, the catcher. And the Tigers put a runner in scoring position, and it's 3-1 here at Tupper. If he can come up with his second hit of the day, the Tigers could add on a run here. 3-1 the count. Big hole on the right side. And Tupper will shoot this up the line just foul on the third base end. Yeah, it's 3-2 now. Clearly, Aiden's starting to find his feel hitting the baseball after kind of a tough start to the season. There's the pitch. And this is hit to left center field, but should be able to get there. And he will. The center fielder is Molina, and the inning is over. So the Tigers unable to add on anything. They leave a run on, or a batter on second. No hits, no runs, no errors. We go to the top of the seventh. Can the Tigers close it out? They're up by 3 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll return as you're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Card Suite Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9, top of the seventh inning. And number 13, Juan Acosta will come to the plate. 1 for 2, a double and a run scored, and is also grounded into a double play. Cade Kiss will continue on the mound for Alamogordo. Both pitchers trying to go the distance here, and of course the Desert Warriors hoping to at least take this one to the bottom of the seventh inning. Fouled off on the first offering. It's 0-1. Bright sunshine now. As it's low and outside. 1-1 the count. Acosta, Romo, and Torres due up in the inning. 1-1, and he did go around. Okay, that's what I thought, that he couldn't hold up on it, and sort of his body just sort of carried him around on us. 1-2. Pitch was in the dirt, and unfortunately for Acosta, just could not hold up as the lefty steps back in and Kiss into his motion. Here's the pitch. Very good pitch. That one is just high, I guess. 2-2. That did not miss the zone by much. Down and away, and now it's 3-2. And I've talked about it all game long. Santa Teresa, with the exception of one inning, has gotten the leadoff hitter on. But Alamogordo has only given up the 2 runs. So they've handled base runners being on pretty well. And a foul tip, but does not go into the glove, and so we'll do it again. 3-2 with nobody outs. Leadoff hitter in the top of the 7th. Tigers trying to get to 7-1. Called strike 3 as that one is on the outer half of the plate. And let's count up the strikeout. He hasn't, I will say, Cade has not had, I think it's his first strikeout. So you're thinking about it, like, I don't remember him striking anybody out today. Yeah, that is strikeout number 1. And here's one hits up the middle of the infield and able to, well, it does get into the outfield. Okay, so it's a 1-out single for Romo as he gets Santa Teresa a runner on, but the tying run is in the on deck. To see a pinch hitter here. It's going to be number 24 for Santa T. Julian Molina. So just straight change here as Molina will come in. And just try to switch things up a little bit. Torres did ground out and then scored a run. And fouled off and back in our direction. 0-1. Trying to tell. Looks like Hagan is going to be the hitter next. Well outside, and that's to the backstop. And a wild pitch will move a runner up to second. Well, no need to panic if you're Alamogordo. Still can just focus on the man at the plate. Just from what we've seen so far this season, Preston Eldred, I think, would be the option for the Tigers if they do need to bring in a relief pitcher. But Kiss has been, he's been solid with runners on today. He has, he's been getting up hits, but he's been putting a lot of zeros up on the scoreboard. Check swing, called strike. 1-2. One out, a runner on second. Top of the 7th. Alamogordo 5, Santa Teresa 2. Here's the pitch from Kiss. Again, way outside and to the backstop. Boy, he has had good control all day, and all of a sudden, has 2 pitches that have just completely got away. No chance for the catcher, Phillips, to do anything with those. And it puts a runner out in third with 1 out. Here comes the 2-2 from Kiss. That breaking ball misses outside. 3-2. And it is Hagan in the on-deck circle. I think the big thing, if you're Alamo, you just don't want to get back to the top of the order here. If you can get this man at the plate here, you can avoid that, but we'll see what happens. Here's the 3-2. Outside, and he draws the walk. So unless Hagan hits into a double play here, they will get back to Simpson, who already has 2 hits. And Kiss just missing very wildly on a couple of pitches in that at-bat, which has really not been his issue today. But the tying run comes to the plate now with runners in the corners and 1 out. Outside, he misses. Pick-off throw to first. Runners back, no tag. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Santa T hasn't tried to move up to second. But you know what? They need base runners. That actually isn't the good call. They trying to steal and move around for second really doesn't do a whole lot for them. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And this is right back up the middle for a base hit. 1 run will score. And so the tying run is on base. He's on first and second, and now we're going to see Coach Justin Phillips come out and talk to his pitcher after getting a strikeout to begin the inning. Single walk, single. And it's 5-3. So the entire infield will come in and chat things over. Tigers have, you look back to the Roswell game, game 2 of that doubleheader. They didn't finish that game as strongly as they would have liked. They did win 12-10, but mainly been Alamogordo coming back in games, and so a little bit of a different spot here for the Tigers. But Kiss has been very good in this game. If he can settle down and just focus on the man at the plate, get a ground out, get one out, just get something some way. But Simpson double and single in this game. He has hit the ball well for the Desert Warriors. 5-3, Alamogordo leads on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And we'll see. A lot of times when Coach Phillips has come out and talked to his pitchers, they have really reacted well to that. See if they can do that here. And again, Kiss is going to step away. And they'll make a pickoff throw back to second. The runner gets back in time. So I guess thinking Santa Teresa may try a double steal or something here. Nobody goes, and that one's going to get to the backstop in the dirt. And it doesn't matter. Second and third now. And all of a sudden, this inning has gotten out of control for the Tigers, but you can say if they can just settle down and get an out, even if it's a ground out and a run scores, you can still handle it. But it's 1-0 to a hitter that's already got 2 hits today. Hit in the air to center field, but going back in, he did not make the catch. 1 run will score. The second one will hold up at third. And Aiden McGinnis just misplayed that one from the start. And it's 5-4. Should not be 5-5. Whoever has the scoreboard to our right, it is not 5-5. It is 5-4. Hard hit to first. They get one. Go to second. Tag him out. They got it. This game is over. The Tigers win 5-4. I know the scoreboard says 5-5, but it is 5-4. And this game is done. That is all. The Alamogordo Tigers are winners on a double play. As they defeat the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors, 5-4 is the final. We'll come back and wrap this. You're listening to Alamos Rock 1230 1019.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Here are a few tips on how to stay vigilant and protect yourself from fraud. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Monitor your accounts. Use strong passwords. Be skeptical of unsolicited emails and messages. Don't deposit checks received in the mail from unknown sources. Use anti-malware software and educate yourself. Stay informed about common fraud schemes and tactics used by scammers. If you suspect fraudulent activity, report it to your financial institution and the appropriate authorities immediately. Stay alert, stay safe.
Member FDIC.
Now, a heck of an exciting finish to this one here at Tiger Stadium as Alamogordo gets the win 5-4. They turn a 3-4 double play as Preston Eldred on a ground ball took the force out at first, I should say, and then was able to throw it to second and tag out the runner at second. It might have actually been 3-6. I'm not sure if that was Tupper or Copeland that was covering the bag at second. But regardless, in an inning that was really falling apart quickly for the Tigers, Jose Romo singled, and then you had a walk, and you had a lot of wild pitches in there, and one of them brought in a run. You had a play out in center field that ended up in an I guess that would have been an error, right? Yeah, that was Simpson that was at the place. That was an E8. And then it was Garcia that grounded into the double play to end the game there. So there's so much happening there at the end, and you just feel the confidence draining out of the Tigers and able to just escape and get out of there, out of that inning without having to play anymore because you'd feel like all the momentum was on Santa Teresa's side. Cade Kiss goes the distance. He gives up 7 hits, 4 runs, a strikeout, a walk, and a hit by pitch as well. On the batting side of things for the Tigers, Kiss was 0 for 2 with a walk. Billy Copeland was 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Brandon Williams went 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Preston Eldred was 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Kellen Wall went 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and 3 RBIs today, and a run scored as well. Aiden McGinnis was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Jaden Ruiz was 0 for 2 with a walk. Aiden Tupper finished 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. And Ryan Macklin was 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. And the Tigers able to split the series, if you want to call it, with Santa Teresa. They win 2 out of 3 this week, beat Deming on Thursday. They lose last night a 2-1 game, and they win a 5-4 game today. And they improved to 7-1. So this long homestand where you got a doubleheader against Roswell, you play 3 games the previous week and picked up wins over Artesia and Nimi and Valencia. And then here you get a win over Roswell, a loss to Santa Teresa, but a win over Santa T. And so the Tigers will now hit the road for the first time this year. They'll head over to the Artesia tournament Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They'll be there, and we'll see how they do on the road for the first time this year. But got out of that 7th inning with by the skin of their teeth, and the Tigers grab the win and pick up the victory 5-4 over Santa Teresa. Good, 2 really good, actually 3 really good games this week across the board. Between the win over Deming on Thursday, last night's game, even though it was defeat, was entertaining, and tonight's game was a good one as well. Hey, this has been the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show as the Alamogordo Tigers winners 5-4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We're going to sign off for the day. Again, congrats to the Lady Tigers with a win today as well, 4-1, as they defeated Los Lunas earlier on. And, hey, if you want to listen to the broadcast, they're always up on our Alamo Sports YouTube channel. You can go back and listen to them anytime that you want to. And we appreciate you so much for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. We have got college basketball coming up for you here in a little while, as it'll be the Big 12 championship. I believe it's Arizona and Houston facing off for the title a little bit later on. So check that out. Have a great rest of your day, and stay on Alamo Sports Talk, 1230, 1019.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Today's forecast is calling for mostly cloudy and windy, 50% chance of morning showers. Alamogordo, high of 54, low of 32. Cloudcroft, high of 36, low of 19. Tomorrow, sunny skies in Alamogordo.